Welcome, tennis enthusiasts. The world of tennis has witnessed numerous instances where players' emotions got the better of them, resulting in fines that serve as both punishment and deterrence for future outbursts. From Nick Kyrgios' legendary tirades to Serena's offensive violations, these fines remind us that even the most celebrated athletes are not exempt from the consequences of their actions. In this video, we'll explore some jaw-dropping incidents where tennis players found themselves on the receiving end of hefty fines. Buckle up and prepare to delve into the wild and wacky world of tennis fines. Let's get started. Hugo Gaston, Madrid Open, $144,000. Hugo Gaston was penalized $144,000 by the ATP for frequently violating the tour's policy on unsportsmanlike behavior. The world number 108 was penalized for attempting to influence the outcome of a point during his play against Borna Coric at the Madrid Open, according to the French publication L'Equipe. As Coric struck a smash, Gaston was seen on video removing a ball from his pocket and putting it to the floor in an attempt to get the umpire to rule a let and request a replay of the point. He reportedly received a warning from the ATP for acting in a similar manner at the close of the previous year. A fine of up to $60,000 may be imposed for violations of the Masters 1000's unsportsmanlike behavior rules. If the same offense is committed within the same calendar year, the fine is raised by 100%. This relatively recent regulation was implemented to discourage repeat offenders. According to the ATP website, Gaston's earnings for this season, which are presently $121,712, have been virtually canceled out by the penalties. Despite having made more than $1.7 million throughout the course of his career, no public statements have been made by Gaston or his coach, Younes El Ainaoui, on the penalty, which was confirmed to L'Equipe by several concordant sources. Nick Kyrgios, Cincinnati 2019, $113,000. Nick Kyrgios, an Australian professional tennis player, was fined a record-setting amount of $113,000 by the ATP, Association of Tennis Professionals, for his behavior during his second-round match against Karen Khachanov at the 2019 Cincinnati Masters. During that match, Kyrgios engaged in several offenses that violated the ATP Code of Conduct. Some of these offenses included verbal abuse towards the chair umpire, unsportsmanlike conduct, ball abuse, and leaving the court without permission. Kyrgios' behavior received significant media attention and drew criticism from both fans and fellow players. The ATP conducted an investigation into the incident and decided to impose a hefty fine on Kyrgios as a disciplinary measure. The amount of the fine was the highest ever handed out by the ATP for a single match. The purpose of such fines is to deter players from engaging in inappropriate behavior and to uphold the integrity and sportsmanship of the sport. It's worth noting that Kyrgios has had a reputation for his on-court antics and controversial behavior throughout his career. While he is undoubtedly a talented player, his behavior has often overshadowed his achievements on the court. Serena Williams, US Open, 2009, $82,500. After receiving a foot fault call on her second serve, Serena Williams directed strong and inappropriate language toward the line judge. The incident resulted in a match-ending point penalty for verbal abuse, which awarded the match to Kim Clijsters. Serena used a profanity that was offensive enough. "I'll take this ball and shove it down your fucking throat." But she also approached the line judge in what Jim Curley, the tournament's director, described as a threatening manner. Verbal abuse and racket brandishing are not peaceful. Serena Williams erred on a first serve while serving at 15-30, setting off the controversy. The line judge called a foot fault on the second serve, making it a double fault and a 15-40 shot. At that point, Serena started to lose it. The chair umpire penalized Clijsters 1 point for the outburst. Serena fell down 6-4, 7-5. Following the incident, Serena Williams did apologize for her behavior. However, it's important to note that the fine she received, a fine of $82,500, which was a combination of fines for the unsportsmanlike conduct code violation and racket abuse. Bernard Tomic, Wimbledon 2019, $80,000. The Australian lost against Jo-Wilfried Tsonga in a contest that lasted only 58 minutes, the lowest time for a Wimbledon men's match in 15 years. Although displays of athletic prowess and dominance on the court should be praised, Tomic's defeat was the result of a lack of dedication on the side of his opponent rather than a brilliant performance. On the court, onlookers saw Tomic play with roughly the same level of excitement as a Year 10 kid in a PE session. He almost dragged his feet onto the court and returned his strokes with the limp-wristed manner you'd anticipate from a beginner taking up the sport. Tomic, 26, was fined £45,000, about $80,000 AUD, for his pitiful attempts after his performance, which ended in a 6-2, 6-1, 6-4 loss, was dubbed appalling and embarrassing on social media. The 26-year-old, however, is unwilling to pay the penalty because he claims that being ill during the game negatively influenced his performance. Indeed, friend. Sure. Tomic had a 38 percentage point victory in this game but was defeated in less than an hour. For better or worse, Tomic's strategy includes purposefully tanking to disrupt his opponent's rhythm. Many active ATP players were not pleased with this specific punishment. David Nalbandian, Queen's Club, $69,910. David Nalbandian was fined $12,560 and banned from the Queen's Club final in 2012 for his unsportsmanlike behavior after kicking an advertisement board that struck a line judge. In addition, Nalbandian had his $57,350 prize money taken away, bringing the total amount owed for his outburst to $69,910. In the Wimbledon warm-up match on grass courts, Nalbandian was competing against Martin Cilic. Nalbandian missed a sprinting forehand after dropping his service and fell behind 3-4 in the second set. The Argentine lost his composure and vented his rage on the billboard. The line judge's left shin was injured when a piece of the board fell off. Even though it was unintentional, the linesman's leg was covered with blood, and Nalbandian was immediately forfeited from the game. Following the tournament final, Nalbandian reportedly said in a statement that he felt ashamed and sorry for the kick that unintentionally hurt the line umpire. Jeff Tarango, Wimbledon 1995, $62,800. Jeff Tarango was rightfully enraged after having to redo a point in which he hit a clear ace. He yelled at a heckling supporter to shut up and was subsequently given an audible obscenity warning. The supporter's voice could be heard clearly as Tarango started his service action. Despite the fact that shut and up aren't strictly obscenities. It shouldn't be shocking that a player known as the Tennis Menace received one of the most costly penalties in tennis history. The All England Club's largest fine ever since McEnroe's $10,000 penalty for verbal abuse in 1991 was inflicted on the American, who was penalized $15,500 for his behavior during a 1995 Wimbledon tournament. Tarango received a total punishment of $62,800 for calling chair umpire Bruno Rabiu names, walking off the court during the second set's fourth game, and urging the spectators to shut up. The Grand Slam Committee of the International Tennis Federation found him guilty of aggravated behavior and conduct contrary to the integrity of the game, and suspended him from 2 Grand Slam competitions in addition to fining him an extra $28,256. As tennis enthusiasts, let us appreciate the artistry, skill, and dedication displayed by these athletes while acknowledging that the sport's rules and regulations are crucial for its smooth functioning. Let us hope that the fines mentioned in this video serve as a reminder to all players that the spirit of the game extends beyond the boundaries of the court. Remember, liking, commenting, and subscribing not only support our channel, but also enable us to bring you more exciting content. So join us on this incredible journey, and let's keep the conversation going. Thanks again for watching.